Hey guys, and welcome back to another Culture Boys episode. I'm Pepe and I'm joined by Nathan, and today we're getting heated. That's right. This is a new concept we've come up with, and it's called Cultured Boys Debates.
Yeah.
Right, in this little new idea we've got, basically myself and Nathan have come up with several topics, which we're going to put into a random generator.
Our favorite random generation.
I love, honestly, randomness is my favorite thing, so love that. So we put loads of topics in. I don't know what Nathan's are. I think Nathan might have seen a few of mine, but
Only because I had to put it in the generator, but that's it.
Nathan's my lovely assistant here. He's going to be picking out the names and also whether myself or Nathan are arguing for or against this point as well.
We've also put that in the generator because we're not picking. That would be too easy.
Yeah. So literally you're seeing this live with us. So this is going to be quite interesting. I know what I've picked out and I'm hopefully
Okay, so before I hit generation,
uh-huh.
do we want to read out what it says or
As in what do you mean
like do we want to tell all the potential topics or should we just go for it?
Nah, I think we go random. There's if we do another one of these episodes, you'll see what those topics are if we do another one of these.
Okay.
But cool. Go on, Nathan. Choose our first topic.
Okay, random choice. Here we go. Sushi would taste a lot better if it was in a sandwich.
Okay. Yep.
And is this for me or you? Like for or
Okay.
against? Like who's going first?
Oh no. Well, so what does it say? Like, so who's going for? Okay.
I literally just wrote for or against. So
Okay. Pick it for me. I'll see what this one goes for then.
for Pepe, you are against.
Against sushi. That means you have to argue for this point.
I know, considering this is terrible because I eat sushi and you don't. So
Right, okay. Shall I start off? Or do you want to start off? Who wants to start off this? I'm happy to go. Fuck it. Yeah. Putting sushi in a sandwich. It doesn't literally you can end the discussion in about 2 minutes if you wanted to. It don't work. There's a reason why you don't put sushi in a sandwich. Because one, you got like sushi's like predominantly rice and fish or veggies, whatever meat filling you want to go for on it.
mm-hmm.
But you don't put that in a sandwich. That's too many carbs, mate. Imagine, like, it just don't work. There's a reason why it doesn't exist already. If it did exist already, you would no one wants it. No one wants this thing. Easy.
I would argue that it could work though,
Go on.
but you just haven't tried it.
Have you tried it?
I haven't personally, but carbs on carbs doesn't matter. Soba sandwich, chip butty, that's carbs on carbs. People do that already. Crisp sandwich, that's carbs on carbs.
Nah, like that's one thing with it though. Like there's too many ingredients to a piece of sushi. With like the soba sandwich and realistically a chip butty, you've got the single ingredient there. Like you got that one thing, that's fine. But like sushi, there's so much stuff that goes into sushi.
I mean, soba sandwich, you can put in your whatever yakisoba you want.
What flavor you even put in this? Go on.
I mean, well, just because people are putting just the noodles in there, the fried noodles, don't mean that they didn't to think, maybe I'll put my little cut up octopus sausages, like maybe I put in my bit of pork, bit of lettuce, you don't know.
Okay, Dave, what's your ideal sushi sandwich then?
If I had to do one, it would probably be a spam musubi.
Mm-hmm.
So a little bit of rice, some spam, and a little thing of seaweed. Sushi sandwich, isn't it?
What bread we going for here?
Brown bread.
Brown bread. Okay, right.
Or granary.
Are you going to butter? Are you putting butter? You putting mayo on this thing? What are you putting on here?
No, I think I'd leave it as is.
No?
Because spam is very flavorful.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to risk a heart attack by putting some butter or something in
it. So, like, would you put any wasabi on this sandwich?
Oh, I don't eat wasabi.
No,
maybe I don't know. Maybe if it was like some of the fresh stuff, but like that stuff out of a tube, nah, get that shit out of here.
Okay. So you're having yourself basically a spam sandwich with rice and a bit of seaweed. Is what I'm hearing.
Hey, but spam musubi, that's Hawaiian. There's a massive Japanese community in Hawaii, and it's also massive in Okinawa, which is Japanese. So there you go. It's technically sushi.
The one thing that kind of puts me off your whole sandwich in general here isn't actually the fillings itself. It's the fact that there's a brown bread on it as well. Like if I was gonna have a sushi sandwich, I'd think I'd go for like maybe a baguette or like some soba bread or something like that. If I was, I won't because it's an abomination.
I mean, the soba pan stuff is just a hot dog bun. So
Yeah.
I mean,
soba sandwich. I like a soba sandwich. You see,
I do not. So
see, the thing is with it is that the brown bread for me just kind of like takes away any sort of joy that you would possibly get from a sushi sandwich. Like,
look, it's healthier, okay?
You're really going for the health factor. Yeah?
I like spam, don't get me wrong.
Uh-huh.
But I'm eating spam, fam, okay? Spam is not healthy. That shit is salty as fuck, okay? I need the fucking brown bread. I need that shit to balance it out. Otherwise, I'm probably going to die from eating too many spam musubi sandwiches.
Well, you're not even going for a brioche then?
Nah, fuck brioche, man.
You don't like brioche?
It's not that I don't like brioche, but every time I've had brioche with something, it's very rarely that I'm like, yeah, that brioche bun, that really added something to it.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah, it's because
every other time I'm just like, it's just a fucking bun. Great.
Fair enough, man. But nah, like there's a reason why sushi doesn't belong in the sandwich. It's because like, it's just an abomination. If you went over to me and gave me a sushi sandwich, one, I'm not big on sushi anyway.
I was gonna say.
Imagine if you just handed me a fucking cucumber roll in a bun. Like that's upsetting. This is one thing about a sushi sandwich as well. The combinations there's a lot of different combinations, and they could all end absolutely abysmally. Like the fact that what else it got? Like California roll. There's a lot of things going on there. It's too much.
Okay, wait. But we're focusing too much on the fact that there's rice and seaweed, right?
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Sushi is also sashimi. That's kind of a cop out, I feel, but it still counts.
Mm-hmm.
You can just put the fish in some bread, mate. Put some sauce on there.
just making a fish sandwich.
Yeah, but that's still sushi. Sashimi is still sushi.
But okay.
So it could work.
But like, okay, again, I'm not a fish guy. I'm not a fish guy either. So the fact that I don't like tuna in a sandwich, bro. Like the fact that you're giving me this raw shit. Like, granted, it's better ingredients. I'll appreciate it.
It's much higher quality than that canned shit.
And you want to put that in higher quality within 2 slices of bread. You're telling me you want to go for this high quality sushi. And you're going to be like, you know what? I'm going to put that in some bread, you know?
Look, you know what? For the sake of this argument, yes. I'd rather have that than fucking canned shit. I still love the canned shit, and I have that in a sandwich any day. But I'll still, in this argument, yeah, I'll put that high quality fucking chutoro, that fucking fatty stomach meat in there. I will waste a high cut of tuna and put it in there, motherfucker.
Oh man. Don't know where I go. This is so much that's going on. Nah. I'm one of those people, I'll eat anything as well, man. But sushi sandwich, it just don't work, bro. It don't work. Well, like, what about I like my sushi with a bit of soy sauce as well. You put soy sauce in there, like what? You put that on the bread, and it can fucking leaks through the bread and shit like that.
No, you obviously put it on the rice that's in there, you muppet.
Wait, so hold on a second. But like, I mean, what's the balance though? This is the one thing. What? So you're supposed to put a lot of soy sauce? You you have to give it an even amount if it's going around.
It depends on what sushi you're putting it on. Like, are you having it a typical sushi that's got the rice? In which case you got a rice barrier between some bread.
Yeah.
Or if you're doing sashimi, you just put it directly on the fish. Hopefully it doesn't soak past the fish.
How is the presentation of this sort of thing? For example, a roll, like any I don't know, like a California roll, for example. Like, are we just putting the uncut sushi on the slices of bread, or are we actually slice it up, make it look presentable? How are you distributing the sandwich?
Why would I ever just cut up make the whole roll and then cut it up to put in a sandwich? That's stupid.
So you put in the roll in straight. Just literally put in the roll in.
No, I wouldn't even make the roll. You just put all the ingredients in 2 bits of bread.
So you're not even having the roll itself in the sandwich. You're disassembling the sushi and then putting it around.
Bro, it's still the sushi ingredients.
No, I feel like this is a different argument now. This is a sushi ingredient argument rather than a sushi in a sandwich.
What? So you've imagined this whole time you cut up each piece, you cut the whole roll, and then you like layer it on like a fucking maniac in 2 fucking bits of bread.
Yeah, that's what I imagined it like. That's how my mind works.
Dang, that makes for a terrible sandwich.
Exactly. That's why it's a terrible sandwich.
I just meant as a fucking thing you have to hold, man. Like, I still reckon it might be okay to eat.
Nah, it's an abomination. Too many ingredients in a random roll that you can't bite into. The distribution ain't working, man.
There's not too many ingredients is not a problem. I've done much worse in life with a sandwich. So a sushi sandwich is nothing. It would work better than the things I've done, okay?
What have you done?
I don't know if I ever told it on Culture Boys. I probably told you just in general. But one time I went on holiday and we needed to. We're like at just this like cheaper hotel. We had to. There were restaurants around, but the place didn't have a restaurant, so we like bought stuff to store in our. It was like I say a hotel. It was kind of like a little apartment.
Mm-hmm.
It had a fridge and it had a kitchen and stuff.
Right. Yeah.
And we bought loads of stuff, but we had to get rid of it because we were leaving in like a couple of days.
Okay. Yeah.
And for some reason, I just thought, I'll just put it all in bread.
Mm-hmm.
So I got some bread and I just put whatever I could find in this sandwich.
So that includes.
Like leftover chicken, ham, crisps, jam, peanut butter,
Jam.
chocolate
Okay,
spread, butter.
Jesus Christ.
I'm talking literally anything that we needed to get rid of and I could find. I put it in the thing and I ate it.
And how did you feel about that afterwards?
I was fine for the 2 days. And then I came home and was like, not so good.
So that it affected you long term then?
Well, I mean, it's probably because I was eating the thing for 2 days.
You were eating the.
Not the sandwich. I ate it the first day. I recreated it the next day.
You recreated so you had a sandwich more than one occasion?
Yeah, that's why, when I came home after 2 days, I was like a bit off.
Right, okay. And what does that tell you as if you put sushi in a sandwich then? It's not going to have good
Look,
results.
sushi is not a bunch of random shit I found and put in a bread, okay? Sushi is a known combination that I just happened to put in bread, not fucking a bunch of leftovers that I found in the place, regardless of what it was, and ate it. There's a difference.
Right. Okay, cool. Let's wrap this like one segment up. Like, do you want to give like a closing statement, Nathan, for your argument, like why sushi belongs in a sandwich?
Sushi could belong in a sandwich because anything can go into bread. There are infinite combinations that we probably haven't even discovered yet. And who knows? You might like it, so it can work. There you go.
Okay. I'll give my closing statement as well, then, in which case. Ladies and gentlemen in the audience of Cultured Boys, everyone knows the fact that like most of us have not had a sushi sandwich before, and that's because it doesn't exist and it doesn't need to exist. Like, we're fine the way we are. Like, we do not need to make this combination of things. You can do it if you want, maybe if you're drunk or whatever, like come from a night out and have some leftover sushi in the fridge. Maybe you can do that yourself. There's a reason why it's not served in restaurants. There's a reason why no one really creates it these days. It's because it's an abomination. Therefore, it should not exist in a sandwich. And there we go. That wraps up the first little debate that we had. Do we want to move on to another one, Nathan? Or do you want to what do you want to do?
Sure. I need to. Oh god, this is. I need to set up the screen recording again.
That's all right. That's all right.
All right. Okay, I'm ready now.
Okay. Right. Okay, Nathan. Let's move on to our next discussion point then. For and against. What are we arguing for?
Should I just take that out real quick?
Yeah, go on.
Lest we get sushi would taste a lot better in a sandwich again.
Two, except we're arguing this separate sides.
Okay.
We're not gonna make you guys listen to another argument from different people. Go on. What's the next topic?
Goku was a better dad to Gohan than Piccolo was.
Okay.
And I will pick for myself this time.
Okay, yeah.
It doesn't look like it changed.
Okay, so
but I hit random choice and it said against.
Okay, so you're arguing against the fact that Goku was a better dad.
Yes.
You are pro Piccolo, I'm pro Goku.
Okay, so who wants to start?
Do you want to start on this one, Nathan?
Okay. Goku was a terrible dad because he spent most of his time training and essentially abusing his son by forcing him to train, he also spent most of his time dead. So he couldn't father. Therefore, Piccolo, being the only male figure in his life that seemingly has an interest, minus his grandfather, Piccolo is a much better father figure than Goku.
Right, I hear you there. Obviously, Goku died before he could properly train Gohan. However, the first few years of Gohan's life, arguably Goku was there for him. Arguably didn't like teach him martial arts, wherever Gohan was a bit of a scaredy cat. That's fine. But like Goku can't help it. He fucking died. He didn't have a chance to like raise a child. However, like he left him in the capable hands of Piccolo. It's the one thing. And when Goku actually came back and is alive, like think about it, Cell Saga, who trained up Gohan, who made him become Super Saiyan? That was Goku. Who basically taught Gohan to like put his rage into fighting, turn Super Saiyan 2? It was Goku. Like he cares about his son. He's like, oh yeah, let's trade or whatever. Like he's always an inspiration. Gohan admires his dad. Like again, like think about it. When did the fight with Raditz? Like, what did Gohan do? Like, he saw Goku getting beaten up, and Gohan was like, daddy. And then, like, freaking turned up, like, tried to save Goku, like, basically did save Goku at one point. And yeah, like, Goku's there for him. And, like, think about it. Last arc, Buu Saga, like, Goku cares for his son. He's, like, Gohan's there. And he's, like, always admires his dad. Yeah, better father.
Is he, though? Is he really? Even in your own argument, you said made him turn Super Saiyan, therefore forced. It's not a choice. He made him do it. He made him fight Cell because Goku says he's stronger than him, despite Gohan not wanting to fight.
But
Gohan's more of a passive soul, and Goku throws in the towel and forces him in there. It's your turn. You can do this. I believe in you. By the way, because of my choices, we're going to get wrecked by some little blue guys. And then you'll get pissed enough after an android's severed head tells you to let go. Not because of anything I did to help you. I've hindered you your entire life. Every time something bad happened to you, that was my fault. Movies aren't canon, but in all the movies, not all of them, but most of the movies, Gohan gets kidnapped because of Goku.
And who's saving him? Goku.
Who has to save him because he's forced into these situations because of his terrible father.
If Goku was a bad father, he would have left.
But who's always there to save the day, really? Piccolo.
But Piccolo turns up late to those things. Piccolo turns up like about like...
That's because Piccolo isn't obligated.
Goku got there first, bruv.
Piccolo is not obligated to do these things. He turns up anyway because he wants to.
Nah, Piccolo turns up late because he wants to.
And in Superhero, who's actually helping with the actual granddaughter of Goku?
Wait, we're not arguing about who's the better grandfather here. We're asking about who's.
I'm not arguing the grandfather part really. But I'm just saying who's more involved with the actual family of Gohan. Is Goku there to teach his granddaughter? Is Goku there to save his granddaughter? Was Goku there to push Gohan to actually fight and pull his finger out? No. That was Piccolo.
No, but like realistically, Goku's doing his best to save it. But Goku has other obligations. He can't be around there all the time. However, he does care for it. He's a much better father.
He can be there all the time. He chooses not to be there all the time.
He's busy. I mean, if Goku was there, like I don't know, slacking around doing like some Piccolo shit all the time, where would he be? He'd be the Earth would be dead. Like what was it Frieza Black? Come down, destroy the Earth, because Goku ain't been training. He's doing his best. Goku is training to save his son and his family. He's doing it for the best. He's putting his like time aside as a father to protect, and he cares about his family so much that he's actually setting that time aside. It probably pains him deep down. Like realistically, Goku probably
does it though, considering he also forced his son and his entire universe and several other universes into fighting each other for the fun of it against Gohan's wishes. Gohan did not want this to go through.
Mm-hmm.
Gohan was forced into that as well, and Goku forced him to be on the team because they don't have a choice because he already got the Omni King to agree to a tournament. That's not a very good father, is it? Fight in my tournament or we all die.
As a father, Goku has strong belief in his son, and he clearly thinks that his son has so much potential and can push himself. And he always like wants the best for his son, so he throws him into the situations that Gohan might not go into himself because he doesn't believe in himself, for example. So Goku's there to give him that little push, like, "Hey, son, you can do it. I believe in you." For example, what happened in the Cell Saga? Like he did that. He cares. He cares, man.
Does he care as much for Gohan as he cares about not losing the fight and not having the world destroyed? I don't know.
No, if like Goku didn't care about Gohan, arguably he wouldn't have.
I'm just saying, in your previous argument, you said he trains to put aside this time so everyone's protected. Then why didn't he do that at Cell? Huh? Why didn't, Gohan's got the potential, but why did he not push further? Why did he not take on said burden that you said he's so willing to take on?
Look, right. Goku sacrificed himself, like, because of Gohan's mistakes, right?
He sacrificed himself because he forced Gohan into situations that he is not willing to take. You put the burden of the entire world on an 11-year-old. Thanks, Goku. Dad of the year.
No, he did this because he believes in his son. He believes in his son. And that is why he's pushed him into that situation. That is like the main reason why he has a love. Look, okay, think about it. You know,
So I'm gonna extrapolate that, right?
Yeah.
You're a father. You and your 11-year-old son are the only people who can save the world, but you're not capable of doing it. Your 11-year-old son is the one who's going to be able to do it. Does that mean you're going to put your 11-year-old son, force him into that?
I'll give him the strong encouragement that he needs to take on because he can do this. I won't be able to, but I believe in my son so much that I'd be like, "You can do it, boy. I believe in you." That is,
yeah, that's bullshit. That's complete bullshit.
Look, right? I'm getting a short straw here.
That's complete bollocks. I'm not saying 11-year-olds are not capable of changing the world.
Hey, 11-year-olds can do a lot of these days. The power of youth, and Goku believes in the power of youth. He believes in his son. Therefore, he has the Granted, he hasn't spent a lot of time with his son because he's spent most of his time dead. But like, think about it. He's tried his best out there. Like, to do what he can for his son. He's doing his best.
Yeah, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it.
He's doing his best.
I'm not buying it. Piccolo is always there. When Gohan needs something, he always goes to Piccolo first. Doesn't go to Goku. Goes to Piccolo. The first person, when the Tournament of Power was announced, that he went to go and train with, wasn't his dad. Well, I guess you could say it was his dad because he went to Piccolo first.
Right. Well, let's just talk about Piccolo for a bit, right? Because you say that Gohan goes to Piccolo first to do a lot of these things. Granted, Piccolo is a strong fighter. He's very knowledgeable in a lot of things. That is something that Goku can't offer, but that doesn't mean that Piccolo is a better parent than Goku. Just because Piccolo is able to offer a lot more wisdom and all this sort of thing, Goku's there for the care. He's to support his kid. Realistically, look at all the Dragon Ball promo art at the start of Dragon Ball Z. Like, who's there? Like, Goku's there with his son on his shoulder. They're happy. If you don't see Piccolo there with no son on his shoulder.
I mean, that's a different argument. You're talking promos now. That's marketing. You know, are you really gonna argue that in marketing they're gonna go for?
That's a happy looking family if I ever seen one.
Yeah, because it's marketing. You put the main character there because it's marketing. That's who the franchise is known for.
They could have easily done the art of Goku not being there at all and Gohan crying by himself, but they didn't.
Well, they wouldn't have to because, you know, Piccolo would have been there.
Where was Piccolo though? He's not in the promo art. Piccolo's not in the promo art.
That's because people don't appreciate Piccolo the way they need to, okay? But that's a different argument altogether.
Look, Goku is there for his son. He always will be. If Gohan wanted to go to, I don't know, God's domain up there and have a little chat with Goku, I'm sure Goku would be fine with it. Like, Goku is always there to help.
Yeah, that's if he's not too busy ignoring everyone to train.
I mean, the Bois saga. Who's the one that like pushed Gohan to like awaken his like abilities with the Supreme Kai and that? It was Goku.
That's because Goku was dead and he couldn't go anywhere.
But he pushed Gohan to be able to do this sort of thing. Remember?
Yeah, because he couldn't. Not because he cares.
Yeah, he cares.
It's not because he cares for Gohan. It's because he couldn't do it.
If that's how you perceive Dragon Ball, Nathan, that's fine. But Goku cares for his son. There.
Yeah, just not as much as Piccolo does. That's all it is.
Do we want to wrap this up?
Yes, because this is just going to go in circles.
Yeah, do you want to make your closing statement, Nathan?
No, I actually just kind of want this one gone. I just want this one done.
Well, I'll make a quick closing statement anyway. Because clearly Nathan hasn't made a closing statement because he doesn't believe that Piccolo is a better father. I believe that Goku is a better father to Gohan than Piccolo is. Goku cares. That's all that needs to be said. Goku cares about his son. He's there if he needs him to be, and that's all that counts. That'll end my argument there.
Look, I didn't make a closing statement because it's a moot point, okay? It's kind of a one-sided argument. I don't need to make an ending statement.
I was given this such a fucking short straw.
See?
I was really trying. Oh man, that was fucking brutal.
I mean, that one is like, how do you argue that? There is, you can't.
My sole argument just relied on Goku cares.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, that one was a tough one for you. There's not as many examples of Goku actually being.
I think that's the one thing, because Goku, there's actual evidence that Piccolo is more of a father figure. The other argument is fine because sushi is like a matter of opinion.
Yeah,
this is facts. This had facts.
Well, like, it's also like, it's not that Goku can't be a good dad, and there's probably there's not examples of him being a good dad. There's just more examples of Piccolo being a better dad.
Yeah. It is so true. But yeah. God, that last one was such a struggle. Oh man. Right.
What do we want to do?
You want to do another one, or do you want to call it on there? What do you feel?
I don't know. Do it. Should we do another one?
Let's do another one. Let's do another one. Let's do an extra. Go on.
We'll do one more.
We'll do one more.
Right.
Okay, what is it?
Komatsu is the best character in Toriko.
Oh, for fuck's sake, okay.
And you are arguing...
Please.
Oh, wow, this is broken.
Go on.
So the first time I hit it, it said against.
Oh, right, okay. So I'm arguing.
I hit it again, and it said for. So I don't know what you want to do with that.
Let's do one more. Let's do one more hit, and then we'll go off of that. So I'm arguing...
Against.
I'm arguing against the fact that Komatsu is...
God, that's going to be boring.
This is going to be exactly the same way it goes every fucking time. Because I'm going to start off right here. Komatsu is fucking awful. He is like, if you went through all the characters in Toriko, he has some bullshit powers, man. He comes through, man. What is it? He comes in as a character who is like less than he's like a 2-star chef, like he's like a 5-star. He's not even like the head of his own restaurant. He's just a chef there or whatever. And then suddenly he gets paired up with Toriko, and then Toriko's the one that is doing all the fucking legwork. Komatsu suddenly comes out of nowhere and with some bullshit powers, and like we're expected to think that he's the best fucking chef in this fucking world. Are you serious?
No.
I've been building this up for 10 years, more than 10 years. The fact that you can't say shit that Komatsu is a good character in Toriko. I do not like Komatsu. He is the fucking worst person. Go on. What's your point? Go on. What's your point?
So, first of all,
Go on.
I'm pretty sure he was the head chef. And second of all, I'm pretty sure out of a 10-star system, I think it was a 6-star restaurant, actually.
Mm-hmm. Right, okay, fine, we'll roll with that.
And if he sucks so bad, why was he always there?
Because Toriko just brought him along.
Why was he the first one to recreate century soup? An almost lost recipe. Because he's the best.
He's not the best. Where does this growth come from?
Why was he in the new world with Toriko surviving for a few years? Because he's the best.
He's not the best. He's not.
He is.
He's just come. This is random shit.
And he doesn't have bullshit powers because he's got miracle food luck, okay?
Food luck!
Everybody was studying to get food luck, and he just had it because he's the best.
Bruv, no. Like, he can't just... This is the bullshit thing. Even his... Was it so-called power that comes out wherever fucking how many times a year? I don't give a shit. Food luck. That is the most bullshit thing I've ever heard. That is like, oh yeah, we need to write a way of getting this character some like, so, I don't know, some fucking identity, something that makes him more relevant.
That's like real luck. Real luck's bullshit, but you can't argue people have it.
But then food luck, really? Like, it's just like, but this is the one thing about it. This is one thing that annoys me most about Komatsu getting this fucking food luck, right? It's the fact that like he's clearly, like you said, a 6-star chef. Okay, my mistake. He's a 6-star chef in a restaurant, and even then, he's like...
I mean, I wouldn't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it's around 5 to 6 stars.
You might, yeah. I think you're right. He probably is that kind of thing. But even then, he's introduced this character, which is like no fucking like he's just there, like it's just random. He's a run-of-the-mill chef, and then suddenly he gets paired with Toriko, and then suddenly over time we have to make him more relevant. What do? Give him some fucking food luck. And then we're supposed to accept this? The fact that, oh yeah, he has the luck of finding ingredients. It's bullshit. Where did this come from? If he had this food luck for so long, why has he not used it until now?
Because he wasn't exposed to enough ingredients. He wasn't exposed to all the wonders, Pepe.
You're telling me that a 6-star chef isn't exposed to enough ingredients? You're telling me this guy that has spent his whole life...
No. In a world where the food is... as far and as wide as the imagination can go, he works for a hotel that's a pretty mid to high end hotel. They probably can't afford to buy all the ingredients.
Nah.
So he won't have experienced everything.
If you're able to run a hotel which is 6 to 5 stars, I expect it to have some good fucking quality ingredients.
No, I'm not arguing that either, but
yeah,
at the same time, if you're not exposed to certain things, it's like you could be amazing at something, but you don't know yet because you didn't experience it. But you've had all the opportunity to be experienced.
Oh, so okay, so I've never gone fishing before, but I might just turn up on a boat one day on a lake, and then suddenly I'm like, oh, I've got the fishing luck, and it's like, wait, what? That?
Yeah, you might. You might. You don't know.
But this is one thing, I've never been fishing. I've never.
But I'm not saying that you have to do like Komatsu and go into the pyramid and discover the hidden fucking things. You don't have to go that extreme.
My thing here is that Komatsu spent his whole time around food, his whole life, in a world full of food, no less. In a world that is practically run by food. Like, and the fact that he hasn't had this awakening earlier of supposed food luck when you spend your whole life around food is absolutely ridiculous. Why is it suddenly come into play now? Just because he's going like to the like you said, he had to go to like some mad pyramid to experience this. Like, why? He spent the whole time around food. Surely there's got to be opportunities for you to awaken this food luck earlier.
Because again, it's a skill that people can enhance and grow and build in this world.
Nah, bullshit.
So he wasn't exposed to food luck initially. So once he was, it's like the floodgates opened, isn't it?
Nah, it's ridiculous. Like if he came from no talent whatsoever, and then he suddenly found out he had the food luck, I'd be like, okay, fair enough. He's never done this before, but it turns out he actually has a proper skill for it. But however, he's spent his whole life around food as a head chef of a 6-star to 5-star restaurant, and you're telling me that he has not realized that he has food luck until then. Like, he's spent his whole life. What the fuck has he been doing? Like, man's just like there
building that experience, bro.
Building experience. No, it took him like...
That's how it works in shonen, isn't it?
Yeah, shonen.
Fucking Luffy didn't go straight off into the sea and then like, oh yeah, Gear 5, motherfuckers. Fucking Goku didn't appear and was like, yeah, I'm just Super Saiyan Blue now, deal with it.
But Goku and Luffy were competent fighters within that area of like where he started off with. Komatsu was like almost fired from his job, from what I remember. Don't quote me on it.
He's competent at being a chef.
A chef in a restaurant which like he has no business being because he's so shit. Do not like Komatsu. He's awful. Worst thing about Toriko, easy.
What do you mean he didn't deserve to be? He was their head chef. He clearly
Nah.
showed his skills
Clearly not enough if he's...
and gained more skills when he was with Toriko, which is why he could prepare the legendary ingredients.
But like
That makes him the best character.
No.
Because Toriko can't prepare these ingredients. And he's the main character. And none of the other 4 kings can do it because they're not good enough.
I haven't gone back to Toriko in a few years, so it's a bit... I know that my hate is very much from a time of when I was reading Toriko. However, I feel like it's undeserved for a character such as Komatsu to be granted this food luck, where there are so many better chefs out there that have like done this for years, arguably probably the same time as Komatsu, and then suddenly he comes through with some bullshit quirk of I've got food luck, where he goes fishing one point and catches this fucking fish. I don't know what the fuck he does. It's been a while since I've watched or read Toriko. But my point stands that he is not the best character. He's far from the best character. He is shit. That's what I'm going to say. He's shit. He's a little shit. I don't care about him. It's his stupid face.
I mean, I'll agree he does have a stupid face, but he's still the best character. And arguably, it's kind of his story. Toriko just happens to have the title, okay?
Don't pull this bullshit card in a series called Toriko. You're gonna say it's Komatsu's story. Nah.
I mean, it's more about Komatsu's growth. And Komatsu learning to harness his food luck and to create these dishes from all of these legendary ingredients.
Nah, this is Toriko's series.
Toriko's just like the puppet, you know what I mean? Like
puppet. No, the series is called Toriko, therefore it's gonna be about Toriko. Let's be honest here. Like it's the same way the series is called Naruto. You're not gonna be like, oh, you know whose story this is? It's Sakura's story because she grows as a character.
Oh, I would never say that.
Yeah, exactly. I'd say
I would never ever say that, but that's because Sakura does not have as much like weight on the story as Komatsu does.
I'm gonna say that arguably Komatsu is the Sakura of Toriko.
No.
Nah, it's a bullshit character.
I think there was actually a character in Toriko closer to that.
It probably is, actually. Really bad female representation in that series, I'll tell you that. I won't argue against that at all. But the fact is that Komatsu he's a shit character, man. Like the series is about Toriko. It's about Toriko's venture to create the perfect menu. Realistically, they could have chosen any other chef in that world.
Could they have though?
Yeah, they easily could have. Like probably.
Could they have though?
Okay, let's think of it this way, right? Toriko went on an adventure with Komatsu for this guy in a 5 to 6 star restaurant. Easily, Toriko, one of the 4 Heavenly Kings, right, could have had any chef go with him and help prepare these ingredients. And if we're talking about the growth, say that we have this chef from a 9-star or 10-star restaurant, right? Think of the potential there. If you're saying the same rate that Komatsu grew, like, oh yeah, like he went along on his journey or whatever, learned these sort of things. What if like we put the potential of a 10-star chef in Komatsu's place? He can also grow and potentially have this bullshit food luck work. Be so much better than Komatsu.
Would it though? Because you'd still have the same argument, but it's worse now because they were at a 10-star restaurant, a top end restaurant. So why didn't they know?
What do you mean, why do they know?
Why weren't they already like that then? Where's their food luck?
Exactly. Well, that's the thing. Apparently,
you'd have the same argument. All you did was change him out for someone who has experience at a top end restaurant.
If we went, I still think that food luck is bullshit. I'm like, this is one thing, right? Is that if you were gonna argue the fact that Komatsu is the best character, you could have easily switched him out for better character with more skills at the start of the series and see that progression even further. It's like, imagine if you put like...
No, because that's not as interesting.
It could have been.
It's clearly not it's not though, because they're already at the peak of like human possibility.
But think of the potential. Think about the potential that could have happened. Like this guy goes from who's like a top of the range chef, even better. He could be like the Gordon Ramsay of Toriko.
No, because Komatsu's like higher than that. Whoever's like top whatever.
But even like, we could easily replace Komatsu with anyone and it'd be better. I could argue.
Nah.
That you could replace it with Sanji. The fact that imagine you put Sanji in there. Fucking hell. Imagine the fucking shit that go down if you put Sanji instead of Komatsu in Toriko. Easily. Slaps.
I mean, Sanji wouldn't have the food luck.
He would do if he was in Toriko.
Sanji would have skills.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying he don't got skills, but Sanji wouldn't have the same food luck.
Arguably, I'd say Sanji is a better chef than Komatsu at the start of Toriko. But imagine if Sanji went on that adventure. Again, Sanji has the potential for growth, as you were saying before, if you wanted to go for that. Which means that Sanji would eventually develop food luck. Because Komatsu is apparently able to develop food luck. So Sanji could do the same. Imagine Sanji with food luck. Fucking god tier.
I'm not saying Sanji can't have food luck. I'm just saying
Yeah.
Sanji wouldn't have the same level of food luck.
Wait, so there's different levels of food luck now?
Yes, because there's that whole thing with the chefs who train at those temples. There's different levels of food luck.
Yeah. Komatsu's just got the god tier food luck, you saying that?
Yes.
Shit, bullshit power, some bullshit fucking power. That's what that is. Fucking food luck. Get out of here. Food luck. Shit. I'm done with this. Yeah. Even if I was arguing against this point, this would be such a struggle for me. Or like for this point, even. Because I would never change my mind on the fact that Komatsu is absolutely god awful. This is my closing statement.
That's what makes this a great argument.
This is my closing statement, by the way. My points haven't changed in the fact that when I started this argument, it's the fact that Komatsu is shit. He's a shit character. It's a bullshit food luck power. Doesn't deserve like where he is right now. Some poor fucking design motherfucker. That's harsh actually. That's just comment on the way he looks. But I don't like him. He's awful. Worst character. Bit D like F tier character. Done. Komatsu.
Komatsu's the best character because a lot of things that happen in Toriko can't happen without him. Without the chef who gains the skills to make the ingredients, who finds out how to prepare the ingredients that no one else has been able to prepare, Toriko can't have these adventures. Toriko can't progress in his full course menu. Therefore, Komatsu, best character.
Komatsu bad, that's my argument. Right, okay, cool. Right. Still absolutely fuming. Don't like him. Like, if any of these fucking topics has got my blood boiling more than ever, it's fucking Komatsu.
That's why it's on here.
Ah!
I had to put something on here to wind you up. I knew you was going to put some shit on here that would really, really just grind my gears.
God, you know how to fucking aggravate him more than anyone else, Nathan, I'll tell you.
I mean, I would argue you also do the same.
And that, guys, is the premise of Cultured Boys Debates.
Oh, God.
Oh, man. Right, okay, I think that pretty much brings an end to the episode now.
Yeah.
So thank you for listening, guys. If you want us to do another episode of these, let us know. Even chuck some comment like topics in the comment section. Could even throw them in, who knows.
Yeah, it would make it easier for me. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, because we've chosen these things on like the bias of the year. Like a lot of our topics are very much geared against one another. Especially like a lot of mine were geared to just make Nathan angry. So
yeah, I'm staring at one right now that definitely is like, oh, you cheeky so and so.
So yeah, well, if we decide to do another one of those, you might see that come up in another episode. But yeah, thank you for listening, guys. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell button to get notifications when our videos are out. All the links in the description to find us on podcast platforms. There's also our Twitter you can check out. That's in the description as well. And catch us next time for another Cultured Boys episode. Right, bye-bye.
Bye.